Hey, fellow wanderers, welcome back to Nomadish, the podcast that celebrates the sweet spot between spreadsheets and serendipity. I'm Sanjana, designer, serial overpacker, and your guide to the corners of the world that Google pins rarely reach. This month, we're spelunking through Indonesia, and today we drop into its cultural heartbeat, Yogyakarta, or Jogja, if you want to sound like a local, straight away. Think laid back college town, custard thick coffee, volcano views, and more mythology than a Marvel box set. Jogja is where you feel history pressing against you from every angle. Buddhist stupas on one side, Hindu spires on the other, call to prayer drifting through the dawn air, and a street vendor chanting bakso from a rolling soup cart somewhere in the middle. It's deliciously layered, and we're about to peel it back. Most people know Indonesia as the world's largest Muslim majority country. True, but scratch the surface. Actually, just open your passport at the arrivals hall, and you'll spot Garuda, the eagle mount of the Hindu god Vishnu, staring back at you from the national emblem. Taxi radio might be playing Quranic recitation, while the dashboard proudly displays a little statue of Shiva. Welcome to cultural mashup heaven. Those Hindu Buddhist threads stretch all the way back to the first millennium, when Indian spice traders arrived with more than pepper in their cargo. They brought Sanskrit, stone carving techniques, and tales of Rama rescuing Sita. The result? Two jaw dropping UNESCO sites just outside Jogja, Borobudur and Prambanan. Visiting both in the same trip feels like stepping through parallel universes only an hour apart. Let's start with Borobudur. Picture this. It's 4:30 a.m. You're wrapped in a sarong against the dawn chill, climbing ancient volcanic stone by flashlight. Above you, silhouettes of bell-shaped stupas fade into a sky-smeared pink and lavender. Somewhere beyond the mist, Mount Merapi lets off a thread of steam, like the world's most dramatic diffuser. Borobudur isn't just a temple, it's a textbook you walk through. Nine stacked terraces tell a story that starts in the messy realm of earthly desire and ends in blissful enlightenment at the top. Each level is carved with panels, more than 2,500 of them, showing tales from the Buddha's life, merchants on the high seas, even the Javanese version of a pirate ship. Sunrise here is otherworldly. You feel the light and the history soaking in at the same time. Tip from experience: buy the dawn ticket through Manahara so you're on the stones before regular gates open, and bring a light scarf. The chill up there is real. Now slide eastward 30 minutes and you're in entirely different mythic territory. Prambanan is Java's biggest Hindu complex, and from afar, the spires look like a chorus of stone rockets ready to launch. Get closer, and you realize the tallest one, dedicated to Shiva, stands almost 50 meters. Duck inside, and a serene statue of the destroyer god greets you in semi darkness, incense hanging in the air. What I love about Prambanan is how it mixes power and play. The outer walls are basically a graphic novel of the Ramayana. Find Hanuman mid-leap, tail curled, spot demons with goofy grins, trace Sita weaving a garland while Rama aims his bow. If you stick around after sunset, the whole story comes alive outside during the Ramayana ballet. Hundreds of dancers, live gamelan orchestra, the temples glowing behind them like a movie set that forgot it was 1,200 years old. People always ask, wait, so why is Hindu mythology everywhere if most Indonesians are Muslim today? Blame or thank the trade winds. From the 1st century onward, Indian merchants hopped along Southeast Asia's coasts, swapping spices for stories. Kings adopted Sanskrit titles to boost prestige. Priests taught cosmology. Local sculptors put their own spin on it all. Later, Islam arrived the same way, peacefully port to port, overlaying new faith without bulldozing the old myths. That's why Garuda still shows up on plain tales and currency, and why Javanese shadow puppet masters can quote both the Quran and the Mahabharata without skipping a beat. Okay, let's talk logistics, but conversationally. First, timing is everything. Borobudur at dawn is magic. At noon, it's a sun baked sauna of selfie sticks. Pre book the sunrise pass, set your alarm, and maybe skip that third bintang the night before. Prambanan shines in late afternoon light. The stone turns honey gold, and crowds thin out while tour buses race back to the city. Dress codes? Think respectful temple chic. Cover knees and shoulders. Yes, they'll hand you a sarong at the gate, but breathable linen will feel way nicer than borrowed polyester. Grab a licensed guide at either side. They cost less than a fancy lunch and turn carvings into stories instead of pretty scratches on stone. Transport wise, I love renting a scooter for the freedom. Indonesian traffic looks wild, but outside downtown, it's fairly mellow. If two wheels sound terrifying, grab cars are cheap and AC blessed. Fuel stops near Borobudur. Hunt down Kopi Klotok for coffee brewed in blackened clay pots, served with crispy fried bananas. After Prambanan, reward yourself with a bowl of sweet savory good egg at Ujum, Jogja's jackfruit stew institution since forever. Most importantly, don't rush. Sit on a temple step, let a breeze flip your guidebook pages, watch school kids giggle their way through a field trip. The stones have lasted 12 centuries. They'll wait for you to slow down. A quick nomadish PSA. If you're now mentally mapping flights to Jogja but the planning rabbit hole feels intimidating, remember nomadish design strips. We stitch sunrise stupas, batik workshops, and volcano jeep rides into one seamless itinerary. No spreadsheet headaches for you. Head over to nomadishclub.com, hit trip design, and tell us your travel love language. And because experiences are better with a crew of like minded wanderers, group trips are launching soon. Small groups, big conversations, zero matching t shirts. Pop your email on the site or DM at Nomadish Club for first dibs. That wraps our temple hopping whirlwind through Yogyakarta, the city where a Muslim call to prayer drifts over Buddhist stupas and Hanuman still leaps in moonlit stone. If this episode sparked some wanderlust, share it with your favorite travel buddy, leave us a rating, or tag me in your Jogja daydreams. Next week, we get extra practical. How to plan your perfect Yogyakarta getaway. From must see neighborhoods and sunrise spots to street snacks, legendary gudeg, and the one dessert stall locals line up for after dark. Consider it your step by step cheat sheet for turning inspiration into an unforgettable itinerary. Until then, keep roaming with intention. This is Nomadish, where we map the unmapped. Catch you on the road.